Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Hey, that's how we should intro it, maybe. I'm tired of my normal intro, and I'm like, I need to change it up a little. The kids are starting to be like, oh, it's just Coach Gross.
That's funny. I'm here. Okay,
I'm here too. Yay, we're both here. We are talking slope and Y-Intercept. I know we've started this on Friday, and some of you are like, I'm lost, I'm confused. What does slope mean? What is a Y-Intercept? We haven't even really talked about a Y-Intercept. What is all this? It's okay. It's gonna come to. You're gonna get to it.
Okay. Also, we're gonna spend a lot of time on this.
A lot of time.
So don't panic as we're doing this. We need you guys to be calm. And I told one of my classes, before you freak out, give me 30 minutes.
Yes.
Give me 30. Don't freak out right away. You gotta give yourself some time.
You have to learn the concept before you can be like, oh, I'm a master at this. If that was the case, we'd be geniuses. However, it took me time to learn this, and it took me frustration and confusion. That's okay.
It's okay.
It's gonna happen.
You're gonna be frustrated.
Oh, hey, we have a guest star today.
Hi, from Miss Newsom. Just wanted to say hi, guys.
She's here. She's ready to guest star in our video
Yes.
for like 2 seconds, and then she's gonna be like, peace out.
Do you have candy? Is that candy?
Oh, why didn't you bring me candy?
Don't tell anybody that I have candy.
But
Pre-AP students, Miss Newsom has candy. Today, our learning target is we will find slope and Y-intercept by using data from a table and a graph.
I'm using my ELA strategy.
To insert a word here.
Yeah.
No.
Nice. Make sure that's in your journal. Pause the video if you need it.
Mr. Payne used to be my ELA teacher when I was in 7th grade. Isn't that weird? So weird.
Yeah, totally. So the form that we're going to put an equation in is y equals mx plus b. This is just your standard, no, I'm sorry, it's not your standard form of a line. This is called slope-intercept form. I keep saying, I want to say standard because it's the one we always see it in, but there's just another form that's standard. This is slope-intercept, slope-intercept form of a line because it's made with the slope and the Y-intercept. There you go, writing upside down again. That's sleep.
No, that's an O.
Now
It's
looks
because
more
I
like
don't
an
have
O.
my hand on the table.
That's true. Slope-intercept. So slope-intercept form. What do these mean? Well, the y and the x, this y is your dependent variable.
Your writing's so neat. Dependent, E-N-T.
E-N-T. I was totally going to put an A. Dependent variable. This is my normal handwriting.
It looks pretty today. I don't know why.
Okay. M is your slope.
Now, for those of you guys, if you remember when we did our proportional relationships, doesn't that look a whole lot like y equals to kx?
If we had a K in there,
it would be your constant proportionality, which is your
slope.
Yay!
I know.
Okay.
I think I mentioned that in my classes.
I did too.
Okay, so constant of proportionality is the same as your slope.
Right.
X is your independent variable.
So whatever this is going to affect this.
Yes. And then B is your Y-intercept. Now, why these things have a Y and N, or the M and the B, I don't know. It's some other language. Just deal with it, accept it, know it, love it. Just, yeah.
And I just want to talk about the Y-intercept real quick. I did talk about it with one of my students, with Devin. Is that your name? Devin Sexton? I think so.
Oh, yes. He's a good kid.
We talked about how intercept, like in football, it means to catch the ball.
it.
Well, that's what the Y is doing. It is catching the line.
The Y-axis.
That's right. It's intercepting the line on the Y-axis.
Yep. So that's it. Kind of tells you what it is in its name. So we're gonna talk about this. That should not be our first card.
We're not. It's not.
We need a graph. Where was our graph?
We said we weren't going to do the graph after all.
If you're in the building, would you please come to the
Christian
office?
Sanchez, I need you.
Yeah.
If we're going to do this one.
If you're in the building.
I think we were gonna do that one.
You said no because it was too small.
No, wait. We still need.
We
a graph.
changed it.
We did.
Yeah.
Can we just get a quick graph?
Bye, everybody. Miss Newsom's going home.
Miss Newsom's going home. I'm gonna make a quick graph.
Oh,
We're gonna start with a graph.
Oh no.
Hey, I'm gonna do this, and it's gonna be amazing.
Miss Newsom is dancing. I wish I could video her.
Can we flip the camera?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I make no appearances.
Okay, so if we have a graph, let's go 1, 2, 3, 3, 6, 9. There you go.
I love everybody.
We love you too. Have a good night.
Okay.
Okay.
Drive safe. Happy shopping.
So we've got a graph. And we want to know the slope and the y-intercept off of this graph. That was a pretty good graph, right?
I think so.
Now let's start with y-intercept. We just said it's where that line crosses or intercepts that y-axis.
This right here is our y.
This is y. What do you think my y-intercept is?
positive 3.
So b equals 3. Now, the other thing we need to do is find our slope. So let's pull a couple points off of here to find the slope from. So first off, that's an easy point, right?
Yep.
That point is
0, 3.
0, 3. And then our other point, we've got 1 right here. We've got 1, 6. So to find the slope, I'm going to use my slope formula. You're going to want to know this. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1.
This is what we did on Friday, and a lot of you guys panicked. Take a deep breath in and release.
So this is going to be my 1 and 2. So y2 would be 6 minus y1, which is 3, over my x1 is 1, my x2 is 1, my x1 is 0.
Okay, so our y1.
There we go. She found the highlighters.
That's
Yay.
right. And then y2. Oh my gosh, I don't think they're going to be able to see it now.
I'm sorry, I grabbed orange. I was in a fall mood.
It's okay. x2, and then y1.
X1.
x1.
There we go.
So I kind of color-coded it for you. Hopefully, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. There you go, so that you can see it. No, they can still see it.
Yeah. So now 6 minus 3 was 3. 1 minus 0 was 1. My slope would actually just be 3.
Because 3 over 1 is 3.
So my equation of this line equals y equals m.
3.
Our slope was 3.
Wait, our slope is 3.
I'm sorry, our slope is 3 as well. M was here. 3x plus 3. That worked out.
All done.
That's
Yeah,
how you do
done.
it from a graph. Zoom out a little again.
Yep.
Now what about a table?
Oh, same thing.
Same thing. Cool.
We know.
Hey, I know how I can find my y-intercept. Isn't my y-intercept when x equals 0?
Yes.
X equals 0 right here.
Oh my gosh, is y. Y is 3 again. We didn't do that on purpose.
You guys watched me draw that
Yeah,
graph.
no kidding.
So our y-intercept, our b equals 3 because of that right there.
Right.
That was pretty easy to find, right? Now let's do the same thing with our slope. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1.
So we can pick any one of these points, can't we?
We can. My trick with this, pick the little numbers.
And try not to do the negatives.
Don't do negatives. It's just
If
makes
that's
it.
all you have, to deal with it. But
Yeah.
pick the small numbers and pick the positive
If
ones.
I have a 0, I always pick the 0 because
of
it's so
course.
easy to add and subtract 0. So we've got 0, 3, and 1, 8. So let's call this one the first one, this one the second one. My y2 would be 8. My y1 would be 3.
I'm not going to highlight because there was a lot of colors.
My x2 would be 1. And my x1 would be 0. Yes. 8 minus 3 is
5.
5. 1 minus 0 is 1. So my slope is 5.
Hey, I have a question.
Yeah.
What happens if I do this one first and this one second? Can you show me real quick?
Yeah, absolutely, because it's going to do the exact same thing.
I don't believe you.
It really will. So you're telling me this is number 2 and this is number 1.
You said number 2.
You're a child.
Take one to know one.
Yes. So we're going to do 3 minus 8, and it'd be 0 minus 1.
So let me just...
Yeah. So 3 minus 8 is negative 5. This 0 minus 1 is negative 1.
OMG.
Wait, negative divided by negative is
a
a positive.
positive, so it
Equals
still equals
positive
to-
5. It's still the same thing. So it doesn't matter which one you put first. You just got to put one of them first, and it's got to stay the same. So, I can't say y1.
Right.
You
It
have
has
to keep it
yeah,
together.
it has to be together, right.
These have to be in the same spot, and the
Right.
y1 or the x1s have to be together.
Yes.
So the equation of this line is actually y equals
Our slope.
5
Oh my gosh, did
x
it really happen again? Oh,
plus
no, it
3.
didn't. It's 3. It's starting to freak out again.
Y equals 5x plus 3.
Awesome.
Okay, we've got one more. What's the slope y-intercepted equation for 5, 9, and 12, 15? But it didn't give me the table or the y-intercept. Can we still figure that out?
We're going to do the exact same thing that we did before. Write down our slope-intercept equation, which is
so y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1.
We write m equals.
Yeah, I was about to. So m equals this. You're going to want to just memorize this. I believe it's on your chart, your star chart, I think.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything.
I haven't looked at it lately. So let's do 1, 2. We've got 15 minus...
Notice how she labeled. She's labeling so she doesn't get confused with which one went first. She knows that these are going to be your x1, y1. This is going to be your x2, y2.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it makes it easy. I like to label it. So 15 minus 9 is?
11.
And 12 minus 5?
Is 7. I can't do math upside down.
I can't either. I can't do math in my head
10,
half the
11,
time.
12, 13, 14, 15. It's 6.
What?
No.
12,
What?
11, 10, 9, 8, 7. It is 7.
No, this one is 6.
Yeah, it is 6. Where did you get 11?
Because I'm doing it upside down. It's weird.
Okay, so 6 over 7, leave it as a fraction. Don't change that to a decimal. Fractions are better. You can.
But when it comes to actually graphing it, you're going to say
you're gonna want it. Yeah, you'll thank us that you didn't. So now what I have to do, I know I have y equals 6/7 x plus b. But I don't know my b. Could I plug a point in and find it?
Yes.
So I could do 9 equals 6 over 7 times 5 plus b.
Okay, so where'd you get the 9 and the 5 from? Can you explain that to me?
I took a point right here.
There it is.
And I said x, y. I took 5 and plugged it in for x, 9 and plugged it in for y.
I see. Oh, we just learned how to solve two-step equations.
We did!
Yay!
So what is 6/7 times 5?
Let's see. It's a fraction, so put a 1 under
30
the...
over
Oh, so
7.
do the whole step.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Here, you need more paper.
I do need more paper.
It's ginormous. Let's use it.
So I've got the 30 over 7. I'm sorry, all I did was just the 6 times 5. I know there's an invisible 1. I just kind of eliminated that process in my head. And it's all over 7. So 30 over 7. Now I'm going to subtract this out. So I'm going to subtract out 30 over 7. That cancels. 9 minus 30 over 7. Can we use a calculator since we're in pre-AP?
I don't have my calculator handy. Here.
Yay. Oh, I don't
know,
like that one as much.
I know, I'm sorry.
9 divided by 30 divided by 7. Ooh.
9 divided by 30 divided by 7?
Yeah, I just took the fraction in that way. I'm sorry, subtract.
I was going to say.
My bad. Delete. Subtract. Our answer actually is going to come out to 33 over 7. If you have your calculator on you, you can double check that too. So my B equals 33 over 7.
Leave it that way.
Leave it that way again. So then my final equation is y equals 6/7 x plus 33 over 7. And we are done.
And now, you're probably not going to see that a whole lot.
No.
You're probably going to see nice, pretty numbers, but we came up with these. Anyway, ask your questions in class. We love y'all. And
Peace out. Have
We'll see you later.
fun. I promise we'll talk about it more.